Good afternoon, Set Free family and friends. I'm coming at you with this week's edition of Thursday's Thought. I pray and trust that you're having a tremendous week in the Lord. I'm going to get right into it. And we're going to look at the Gospel of Mark, chapter 4 and verse 35. And this is what the scriptures declare. On the same day, when evening had come, Jesus said to them, "Let us cross over to the other side." Now, when they had left the multitude, they took him along in the boat as he was, and other little boats were also with him. And a great windstorm arose, and the waves beat into the boat, so that it was already filling. But look at this in verse 38. It says, "But he, Jesus, was in the stern of the boat, asleep on a pillow." Asleep on a pillow. And they woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" And as you know, it goes on, Jesus arose and he rebuked the wind and the rain and the storms, and there was a supernatural peace that took place. But what I want us to look at, it says that Jesus was asleep even in the middle of the storm in the belly of that ship. What am I saying today? Jesus took a nap, so be like Jesus. You see, the truth is we have to learn to invest in ourselves. You know, as we are ministers and we are ambassadors of Christ, and we are all about people. We're all about reaching people, pouring into people. The truth is you can't pour from an empty vessel. We have to learn to take care of ourselves. A lot of people look at that as selfishness, but it's not selfishness. If we are going to be healthy, spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally, then we must learn to invest in ourselves, because again, we cannot pour from an empty vessel. Jesus knew the importance of coming apart, separating himself from time to time, taking that time to allow himself to be ministered to. Again, I want to say Jesus took a nap, and so be like Jesus. Learn to take care of yourself. You remember what the scriptures say in Matthew chapter 22, when the Pharisees came to Jesus and they said, "What is the greatest commandment? What is the greatest law?" And of course, Jesus said, "You're to love the Lord your God with everything." But he went on and said, "And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as you love yourself." In other words, if you don't love yourself, how can you even love your neighbor? How can you love anyone else? You are to love them as you love yourself. So it's not wrong. It's not selfish to take care of yourself, to invest in yourself, and to love yourself, because you cannot minister to anyone else until you learn to allow God to minister to you. So I want to encourage you today on this Thursday's Thought to invest in yourself, to learn to take time for yourself, to be intentional, to separate yourself, to pour into yourself, to allow others to minister to you, to take that nap, to do that thing that you love, that hobby, to go on vacation with your friends and your family, because you surely in this season, you don't want to burn out. We don't have time to burn out. We have to allow the fire to be restoked within our heart and our spirit so that we can be effective in the